Happy Monday morning, Lakeside. I hope you're doing great today and enjoying this beautiful weather that God's given us. Today, let me share with you a passage that we opened up with yesterday in the sermon, Luke chapter 2, verses 41 and 42. Luke writes, "Every year Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem for the Passover festival. When Jesus was 12 years old, they attended the festival as usual." Now, maybe it's an unusual way to start a story. Maybe it's something that we really don't think, why do we even need to know this? But we can learn a lot from just even these two verses, remembering that Luke is a doctor, and so the details are what he's all about. And so here Luke shares a lot with us because it tells us, as we can observe, that this trip to the Passover festival in Jerusalem was something that Joseph and Mary did every year. It meant that it's something that we see that even in Jesus' 12 years, this was his 12th trip to come. This was not an easy endeavor for them. It wasn't something that was even required for them because they lived more than 20 miles outside of Jerusalem. So mandatory attendance to this was not what was needed from them, but yet they still did it because of their faith and because of how important their faith was to them. So as we think about how do we apply this to us, well, maybe we can ask ourselves is, how can God use the traditions that you have grown up with, that we've grown up with from our family, how can God use those traditions to help continue his legacy for generations to come behind us? Or maybe you grew up in a family where you don't have any traditions that deal with God and worship. And what are some that you can start today as a family? Maybe it's something as simple as just praying together before you eat. Maybe it's just, what are those traditions that you can start now that can then impact generations to come? Because we see that Joseph and Mary did that. They had those traditions and they continued to be something that they followed. So let our prayer today be, Father, let us continue to follow the traditions of our faith, whether they be from our own family or from others that we know. And help us, Father, to develop new ones so that generations to come can grow closer to you because of traditions that we start and that we follow today. That's our prayer for you today, Lakeside. Hope you have a great day. Hope the wrap up of 2020 this week is a great one for you. And I look forward to seeing you Sunday.